Hello, welcome to a special edition of Always College Football. These things come like they always come. Basically, when there's big news surrounding a coach move or a firing or a hiring, that's what these are for. Always College Football special edition. So the news coming to us right now is that head coach of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, Geoff Collins, has been relieved of his duties. And at this point, I'll say what I always say when we start these things off. This sucks. For every coach, you see the head coach, you see the buyout, and people's reaction is, man, I'd love to make that much money to get fired. But behind every coach is a recruiting coordinator or a lower level staffer or an intern or an analyst making pennies on the dollar, in some cases $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a year to be on the staff. And they're not going to necessarily have the nest egg that Geoff Collins will have when he goes elsewhere. So I'll start every single one of these the exact same way. This sucks, and I hate this for not just Geoff Collins, but also for everyone that's on the staff. Hate this also for the players. This is terrible because they're now right here at the end of September and yet still not in a position to have their head coach in front of them. Where do we go from here? This is a unique job, a unique place with a ridiculous amount of talent in your own backyard. And the problem is they also have legitimate academic requirements, including levels and requirements on mathematics that aren't necessarily really not like that pretty much anywhere else. I mean, a lot of people have academic hurdles to get over, but the requirements from a mathematical standpoint at Georgia Tech make it increasingly difficult to get players in. The other thing I'd say too, look, I've tried pretty much everything. The triple option, they've tried that. A brand manager, which is essentially what Geoff Collins was. Good coach, good defensive coordinator when he was calling plays on the defensive side. But what he did best was brand and market the program, brand and market himself, whether that be at Temple or at Florida with the psycho defense or at Mississippi State. Like, that's what Geoff Collins did. Where does Georgia Tech now go from here? Tried triple option, tried brand manager. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned ball coach? I mean, it's working for Washington, right? There wasn't all these bells and whistles and people throwing parades up in Seattle when Kalen DeBoer was hired from Fresno State to become the head coach of the Washington Huskies. But look at them now. Look at how they're playing now. I'm tired of people exclusively worrying about the recruiting element. I'm tired of people exclusively recruiting about how people are marketing the program or, who did this and who does this and, who's got the relationships to be able to get the guys in the door. That's all well and good. But when they get in the door, they better be able to develop and they better be able to put the players in position to be successful. And I think that's been lost on a lot of people making these hires for quite a while. Go find a ball coach, Georgia Tech, because you haven't had one, it seems like, in quite a while. And the last one that you had, no disrespect to Geoff Collins, no disrespect to Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson was a little bit of a ornery Scrooge, to say the least. So I don't really know how else to describe it, but let's just call a spade a spade. I think people will mention Dion. People will mention the usual suspects, Matt Campbell, all the same guys that are always in the mix. I bet Gus Malzahn's name will be out there probably. I'm sure the Lance Leipold's of the world will be out there. Rinse and repeat. It's the same list as always. What I would recommend is maybe go and find a guy that is insanely well respected in the state of Georgia. Go find a guy that is insanely well connected in the state of Georgia from a recruiting standpoint, because what you need is a relationship builder, but you also need a guy that the High School Coaches Association really trusts and respects. You know what Joey McGuire's doing right now at Texas Tech? That's what you need at Georgia Tech. You need a guy that is tried and true Georgia, from Atlanta, can identify with all the people and all the coaches in the greater Atlanta area, and that can flat out coach some ball. Well, Georgia Tech needs to make that their first priority. And if they do, hopefully it'll be a home run hire. But this is a tough place to win in a difficult division, in a difficult conference. So it'll be a tough one. We'll see exactly which direction they go, and we will keep you updated every step of the way. So like I said, that'll do it for us here at Always College Football. I hate that we come to you on these Always College Football special editions, especially for coaches' firings, but fingers crossed hopefully things will get better for Georgia Tech as they move forward. Hey guys, it's Greg McElroy. Thanks for watching Always College Football. Make sure you like, rate, and subscribe to ESPN's YouTube channel and wherever you listen to your podcasts.